of responsibilities, but it can be done. And definitely appreciate all of the direction and the assistance from all of our leaders and mentors, and just awesome people like you, Miss Angela. So it's my honor each week to host our class on learning how to trade that you teach, as well as host our weekly momentum call. So anyway, all the way from California, it's not as sunny right now. It's a little chilly out here for us, but it's a beautiful day. I'm in the sassy and 60 club now, so I'm enjoying my day. And what better way than to have a birthday party with all of my financial buddies and friends. Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome. And I want to say, well, I want everybody that has on their dream board a new home to put that in the chat. Like, yes, say that's going to be me. Put that in the chat. Yes, that's going to be me. Right? Put it in the chat. Blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. And so I know I know so many of our members have that as a goal. Is that, hey, I want to have a home. Only Mr. Jameson wants a new home. I only see a couple people that's running that. Maybe, I don't know about you, but I do. I want a total renovation. A new home would be great. Yeah, so I see that. Awesome. So I just want you to see, this is a member that you may have a home on your vision board, and she was able to take that off of her vision board and have it be in reality because of what we're doing right here. So the next person I'm going to bring up is our master trader, Mr. Johnny Gaskins. We are so I can't tell you, like, we have so much honor for this young man, because what he teaches us every single week, and he gives us his time. And it would be so, I mean, we'd be paying thousands to be able to have someone with his expertise, his knowledge on the markets, to be able to, ask personal questions every single week. Hey, I'm having problems with this. Can you explain this to me? This is happening in the news. Can you explain this? I always try to make up a question, because I don't want to make him think that we don't need him to ask questions, to answer questions every single week. So Mr. Johnny Gaskins, are you out there?
I
I
am.
think you
Can you
can
hear me
just
okay?
unmute yourself. There you go, Mr. Gaskins.
Yep.
You have the floor.
All right. Well, I definitely appreciate that. And let me see if I can share my screen here, and then we can get going. So,
Let me make you a co-host, and then you
yep.
share your screen.
Appreciate that.
Okay, you got the floor.
All right. Well, I definitely appreciate everybody joining on this wonderful Saturday. Most of us have snow on the ground, probably, as the snow swept across the country, even in Texas, right? So I know we have some members on from Texas. Hopefully, you're not running off generators and you have electricity. But we certainly appreciate you joining. So I want to get right into what I wanted to share, which is a little bit about a couple of different things. So share, and hopefully you can see what I have up here today. So a little bit about myself, really quick. And okay, a little bit about myself, just to give, we probably have some new people on, and I always like to make sure you know who I am. But before we do that, we'll do an intro. Why the Wealth Club system for me? Okay, I was already trading. I was already doing the necessary things to become wealthy, but I was, not as time free either. So, but why the Wealth Club system for me? And then the Wealth Club strategies and some real examples and results. So this is me. I always talk about my shiny forehead in pictures. It seems to never escape me for some reason. But this is myself. If you're not familiar with me, proud father of three, two girls, one boy. We talked a little bit about real estate. So I grew up in the family land development business. All right. When it comes to real estate, I understand it, the development process, and uh, from the land to building the home to the county agencies and and everything that's required to develop properties and subdivisions, right? So grew up in that industry. We had that housing correction that we heard one of our leaders talk about, right? Well, we saw customers not paying or clients not paying their bills. And certainly we had issues with that, right? And so I actually went back to what I went to school for, which was IT ethical hacking. All right, so I'm very familiar as well with the IT space and what goes on when people get hacked and what's necessary in that. So this was a good fit, but at the same time, what I promised myself is I would at least have a part-time. All right. And so that part-time for me was day trading and swing trading. So I did that part-time, earned multiple six figures part-time, trading stocks, options, Forex, and a little bit of crypto. And so I'm well on my way to have multiple six figures and getting, hopefully close in the next 18 and 24 months to not just having over $1 million in, assets or real estate, right? So you can look at the number of homes you have, which, we, have acquired many of homes and still do. And, but having that money in the bank, right? Because you can use that 10 times over. If you have $1 million, you can get access to 10 and what you'll learn. So here are my beautiful and handsome children. Can anybody post in the chat which one they think gives me the most trouble? Which one do you think gives me the most trouble here? I'm looking for that answer. Is it my oldest? Yeah, the one right in the middle, right? What was I gonna do? I always talk about that. I couldn't get upset, right? The only thing I could do was capture a picture to tell the story, right? Because the story is what's most important. So here is what I do this for. All right. And so how we look at the services. Okay. These services I look at as a menu of services. All right. And when you go out to eat or you're developing your dinner or you're developing your menu at a restaurant, right? You have appetizers. Then you have the main course. For those that were in the Atlanta event, we had a 5-course meal. Okay. And so I like to look at these services as a menu of services. So you want to start out with the appetizer. Okay. And then you get into, and you ask the waiter or waitress, give me a few minutes because I'm trying to pick my main course. Right. And so maybe you have a salad as well on the side, but you wait a little while until you get your main course. And so then you eat your main course. You may not eat all of it, but you still have a way of fitting that dessert in, right? And so you get that dessert and then you take home whatever's left over, okay? So I like to look at what we offer as a menu of services, menu of products. You start out with the appetizer. You may start out with, and we'll look at a couple of different services. So here's iGenius, right? You may have to start out with Money Pro because your money needs to get right first. You may have to start out with the product under our Equity Prime called Trend Pro. All right. And I've been telling this for quite some time since we've had the Crypto Elite products. If at all possible, every elite member should have a Crypto Elite, at least one working for them. I'm pretty sure, Debbie, when she talked about that story about acquiring a home, one of those products may have been Crypto Elite, right? Because that's the most aggressive and low risk, I believe, one of the strategies that they do have. But you're earning money in upwards of 100, 200, 300%. Obviously, nothing's guaranteed, but under the crypto course. So you start out with your appetizer. And then once you develop a little bit of income, then you can reinvest as she reinvested in real estate my real estate portfolio, which we don't talk about a lot, is takes up probably close to 50% now of my portfolio as a whole. But real estate is a part of investing. All right. So reinvesting in the real estate or reinvesting into one of these products. Okay. Reinvesting into one of these strategies. Okay. So understand something. If you Google this right now, and you can write this question down and Google it later, how many streams of income should you have? A lot of people ask this question. They ask, how many income streams do millionaires have? And would you believe the most common question is answered with 7 streams of income? We probably heard that in a lot of books. All right. And this has been researched. It's been studied. Okay. And it gets to a certain point where you lose track of not your money, but how many income streams you have, and then also where the money is coming from. But it gives you an opportunity to be able to do a few things, pull money from a strategy like we heard one of the members do, to reinvest into something that was necessary for their life and a need. All right. So it allows you to do that. So here with our menu of services, all right, giving you some pointers in how you talk about this, you may see a lot that we offer, right? But look at it as a menu. You start out with a few appetizers like Trend Pro or Crypto Elite, okay? And then you start to now reinvest those and get your main course, which could be some other products, and then you reinvest that and reinvest that. And trust me, at some point you will have well over 5 to 7 income streams, and then you can start to make some real decisions in your life. So I just wanted to look really quick at some of those. We won't go into detail, and we'll get into our system a little bit later. But we have the crypto. We cover all markets. Why am I here, right? Why am I here? Okay, I talked about that earlier. Well, for me, I had family asking me what I was doing. How was I? And I still do, by the way, with crypto going crazy. What are you doing? You know, how are you getting 10, 20, 30,000 in single trades, right? So it would take me some time to explain. So why do I say that? Well, we have education. As you saw on one of the screenshots here, right? We have a university that's like no other. I call it our financial university. So instead of me explaining it, I redirect them to our education university system. Okay, and then they can understand, well, what we have to offer with crypto. Okay, what we have to offer where you can use your black card. Okay, where you can use your black card. I always show this. This is the black card. It kind of looks like a American Express black card. All right, but I earn upwards of 5% for every transaction on this black card. Okay, and it has a Visa logo as well. So I'm earning while I'm learning. We have that product that as well, and we explain that. And then we have Forex, right? Multiple Forex traders, over 4 different channels, 5 different, and we explain these in these videos here. So I won't go into detail in those, but we have amazing Forex traders with amazing results, okay? And then also the stock market, right? We hear about GameStop. We hear about all these. How can you get involved? We have a stock market, the traditional in the US is what we can benefit from. And some of these strategies have been running for the longest period of time. Okay. Travel. Can you believe that you can save on travel and reinvest those profits? That is amazing, right? Always think of every savings or thing you invest in as a business, and then reinvest the profits. is my philosophy. Okay, so um, uh, we will cover. Let's see. I think I talked about what I wanted to, and let's look at a couple of other things, and then we will pass it back to the leaders here. So I want you to look at a couple of real examples. Now I'll be honest with you. You have to understand that this may not be for you. My results may not be yours. Okay, so the disclaimer is there. You don't have to be a distributor, meaning you don't have to recruit anyone to basically utilize these services, which is amazing. I've proven that to be true because now I can use my results to now share with other people, right? Create results, then share those real results. And so here is for Travel Pro. We'll go through this quickly here. JW Marriott took my oldest daughter to a 5-star hotel, all right, at an event. Well, guess what? I use Travel Pro, and trust me, I checked everywhere. Okay, 5-star hotel, the JW Marriott, amazing hotel. Took some amazing pictures there. Some members saw the room, had TV in the mirror in the bathroom and multiple rooms in the suite, and it was pretty amazing. But here are here's the breakdown. Here's the breakdown of that short trip. All right, so instead of me spending right around almost $1,000, okay, I saved about 56% on that trip. Now I took this savings here, and then now I have the ability to reinvest it into a strategy. All right, so don't let your savings sit. Don't let your savings that you're saving on Travel Pro sit. Reinvest those profits. You have the number right here on what you save. Reinvest that number into another wealth strategy on your menu of services. Trim Pro, an amazing, what I believe is a core strategy that everyone should develop and have. All right, you can take your safe money or your emergency money, some of it, a portion of it, and invest in Trim Pro. Why not? Because we believe it's doing better than your retirement account. We believe it's actually doing better than the S&P 500. In the green, you see Trend Pro. In the blue, you see the S&P 500. This is with dividends. If you don't know what a dividend is, learn about it. We'll teach you. But with dividends, we are outperforming the S&P 500 with the Trend Pro strategy. So amazing results there. Here is Options Pro. So options trading, stock options. Here's a trade here. It's called a butterfly. You have a butterfly with 2 wings and a body in the middle. We'll teach you what that is. But I was able to profit right around $4,500, $4,500 on this trade. All right. So I always talk about this Peloton, which is an amazing story here. But Peloton dropped about 15% and gave us an opportunity to profit. There was an $11,000 profit on this trade that I had. All right, just because of this announcement that we got from one of our experts. In addition to that, I always talk about on top of that 11, there was about 21,000 as well. Thereafter, trust me, I could have bought about, I don't know how many, they're about $2,500, $5,000 per bike. I could have bought a few bikes with that. I chose to reinvest it and make a little bit more, which was upwards of 21,000. All right, here's gold. All right, a gold trade. Here's what you'll be seeing if you start investing in stocks. You will get these tax forms. All right, so be mindful that when you become an investor, you have to be on top of your taxes. All right, don't forget about that and get yourself in trouble, is my opinion. you definitely want to consult with a tax advisor. Here's my youngest, my oldest daughter, if you will. I asked her to send me a screenshot of some of her trades, right? I showed her how to do it. She watched the video. She's trading Forex. And she profited at that time about 86, almost $87 for the day or the week, right? So she's up over $1,000, close to $1,500 profit in Forex trading, and she's 16 years old. All right. So don't forget about your children, nieces, nephews, anybody else that you know, friends that have children, godchildren, right? Make sure that they learn about investing. All right. And then we have our wonderful CoinZoom card. Here's some spin rewards that I'm earning from this card. All right. One of the leaders, Mr. Garrett, and myself have a competition going on. Well, who can earn the most spin rewards? Now, you know, he's catching up. I had a little bit of time ahead of Mr. Garrett, but he's catching up pretty quickly. So I'm sure we'll, you know, share those spin rewards at some point, and see what we do with them. But guess what? If you spent about 2,300 up to 5%, remember, I earned almost $120 back from a $2,300 transaction. Can you believe that? I was going to spend $2,300 anyway. Well, I earned back $120 that I can cash out at any point, almost within 24 hours. Okay. So here is Crypto Elite. Crypto Elite members. If you don't have Crypto Elite, if you're a new member, you have to make sure past performance obviously is not guaranteed. You want to do your due diligence and homework, understand your tax obligations, right? But trust me, you will earn your monthly fees back. Now, these are some, I would say, couple of weeks ago trades. Okay. And we recently profited for those that are in Crypto Elite and some of the hypership strategies. We cashed out a couple, maybe yesterday, I think. And so these are a couple of weeks ago. All right. 7,000. Can you believe that? Real numbers, almost 14,000 for one single trade. 10,000, over 10,000 for another trade. All right. And I didn't put up the other ones just because of time for this week, and they just profited from this week. But financial freedom begins with passive income from your assets when that exceeds your monthly expenses. All right. You want to have a goal to invest your earned income and spend your passive income. We all know this quadrant, right? You want to be on the right side. All right. Take your investment money, pay your expenses, take the rest that's left over, reinvest them into new assets. You can do the same with your business and you'll never turn back. I'm Johnny Gaskins. Trade on, trade up, take care, take charge. I'll pass it back over to you, Angela. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Awesome. Somebody said presentation over. I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's, I mean, so I see Quentin in the chat too, talking about he profited $55,000 this week. Oh my gosh. We do have people who are just killing. I mean, you got a $250,000 ring next year. I wonder what your $1 million ring is going to look like at the next AMG black tie event. So I am super excited. So, you know, hearing from Johnny Gaskins is something. I mean, you see all those numbers, and I was trying to add them up real quick, and you know, I got lost in the numbers. That's not usually like me, but I was trying to add them up because I want to put that on my, you know, my dream board to be able to get there. When you have a leader that is teaching us every single week, and it's not that all of these strategies, what I love is that all of our leaders are participating in the strategies. So it's not like they're telling us to do something that they're not doing, right? We're, you know, I always say I'm trying to put my change in when they're really talking about big dollars, and they are, making the money and the strategies, and then we're following the leader, a high level game. This is what Mr. Nate Garrett says, a high level game of follow the leader. And that's exactly what we have. Now we're going to bring up Kenneth Francis. I want to say congratulations to him. And he's, new to the platform. He has been in the crypto space before, coming to the AMG network. And so he's going to give us, from looking at other programs that are out there, how do we compare? So Mr. Francis, if you're out there, you could just unmute yourself.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I got you loud and clear.
Awesome. Well, I was just chiming off real quick to take care of something with the kiddos in the background. Did you have something specifically you wanted me to cover?
Just your experiences to other companies,
right,
to like what we have here at the AMG network.
Of course. Yeah, same thing. Mike told me. I just wanted to make sure. But man, it's all about community for me. It's about community, and when you can lead people to a platform that protects them, that secures them, and their asset at the same time. I think that's what me being in the industry and in the space of cryptocurrency and affiliate marketing and network marketing and MLM and all that for years and years and years. That's what it's all about, and all roads lead to a platform like iGenius. That's where everybody's going to end up, folks. I'm telling you, no matter how good it looks or sounds, or how good the videos are, or how much the top leaders earning monthly. At the end of the day, if people are ending up being hurt, and being misled, and at the end of the day, the website's down, or they're not actually promoting what on the forefront. It's, a lot of these companies are saying, hey, we're going to train you, we're going to show you how to do this, we're going to educate you on this, and you look at their educational platform and you see what they're training, and it's all about recruiting. It's not going to work, right? So when you look at what iGenius has and what we are doing here with AMG, it's a beautiful thing, because people are really getting educated. You see what Mr. Johnny Gaskins brings to the table. They're really getting the know-how, the ins and outs, the nuts and bolts. And I'm looking forward to being a part of that, because this crypto space is something I've become an authority in, over the last, 5 years, 5-6 years. And, you're going to need a platform to where when you bring someone in, you can lay your head down at night and know that they're in the right place, in the right space with the right people, the right community that's going to guide them and lead them to excel, personally, spiritually, financially as well. So, that's what it's all about for me. When I partnered up with Mr. Nathan Garrett here at this network, it was all about the relationship. It was all about the partnership and what we've been able to do, together outside of one another over the years, just continuing to learn from each other and watch each other have success. And I didn't even hesitate when he shared with me what you all were doing, what we were doing at the time. And now you see what we're doing now. Fast forward, it's just incredible. It's incredible. There's nothing like it. A financial, retail investor's dream platform is what I'm calling it. A safe haven. There's so many names for this platform and what we're doing. And I wouldn't want to partner up and belong to any other type of platform out there, because everything's here, right? We've got the menu, we've got the buffet, we can pick and choose, we can leverage, we could reinvest, we could liquidate. I mean, there's just so much stuff here, and it's all in one place, right? And it's well done, it's professional, it's clean, and hey, man, I'm having fun. So my good friend, Mr. Quentin Bradford, he's having incredible results. We're having incredible results. We're just getting started. Billy and Cynthia Cook are on board. I've got 4 or 5 good friends of mine that we're looking to, launch their deal here within the month here. And, I can't complain. Mr. Mike Jameson has been great. Nate, man, appreciate everything you're doing, chiming in and just having those videos and going live and just keeping the heat, under people's feet about what you're doing and how we're doing it and why it's special. So, I can't complain. I'm excited about it. And like I said, all roads lead to this type of platform to give people protection, security, and ability to grow their money, and getting that I quadrant. As soon as you get involved, you're in the I quadrant. How many of us have really been seeing that I quadrant all these years and was like, man, one day I'm gonna get in that I quadrant. I'm gonna get in that I quadrant. You get in the I quadrant here out the gate, and you become profitable immediately. So it's really exciting. So thanks for letting me share, Angela, and look forward to the journey here with AMG and the iGenius platform. I really do.
Awesome, awesome. We are so glad to have you and your team. I mean, you are just rocking it out. I mean, we see, the numbers going up, going up. And so, hey guys, like what are our numbers? We're at 88. Can we get 10 more people on the line? Just text people. I love it. I said we were at 90. And so I want us to get up to 100. That's my goal. But we are at the first hour has already been completed. Can you all imagine that, how fast this has gone? When you're with the right people, the right place, the right time, doing the right thing, I'm bringing up Miss Millicent next, right? Can you tell that? Because she's the one that coined that phrase for our group. And it really is. I'm gonna go back to what Kenneth said. He said, there's so many other companies that are out there that are trying to be us. It's not that they're not there yet. We've been in existence and we've been perfecting this thing. And so we have so many different platforms. And I talk about the history of the AMG network, that the AMG network got together before the company, right? It was a vision in our founders in their minds about creating a place, a safe haven. That's what Kenneth said, a safe place that somebody can come, not know anything, and then, grow into an investor and really be an expert, in that I quadrant. And so these principles that the AMG network has been founded on, we are so excited. Not everybody understands that when they first lock arms with us, but as you stay around us and keep being around us, you'll see that it's more to it than just, oh, I just joined this company. Oh, I just did this. No, you now become a part of a family and a community that has ideas. And so I'm going to go to the background. I'm gonna bring up Miss Millicent St. Clair to the front right now, please.
Thank you so much, Angela. I want to share a few slides. So can I share my screen?
I believe so. I believe I made you a co-host. Let me make sure. Yes, you can.
Okay, give me a moment here. I've got some great slides I want to show you and share with the group here, and you are going to absolutely love this. Here we go. Thank you so very, very, very much for everything. All right, so welcome group, everybody here that's a part of the AMG and the iGenius family. It is such a pleasure for me to be a part of this community. I'm just going to tell you, it's phenomenal. I want to share a little bit about what it means to be elite. So of course, we've got the different entry levels and we want everybody to aspire to be an elite member. But let me tell you, there's something to this whole thing that means elite. This is a wealth building club, as you already know, and there's that elite membership. But I want to talk to you about what that word elite really means. So when Noble Mike got together, with the founding members, they looked at that word and they said, you know what, we're going to put some teeth into this thing and define what elite really means. And here's what they defined.
Oh, listen, you got frozen. Let's see if we can get her connected back.
Last here. Edification.
First,
can I help you to conquer your fears?
Yes. You have to go back because we didn't hear everything that you just said.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Angela.
No problem.
So elite, here we go. Edification, leadership, integrity, team, and excellence. Are we on point, Angela?
All right, we have you loud and clear.
Okay, gotcha. So the definition here, edification, always esteeming others better than yourself. Learning and practicing this simple yet powerful principle will help you conquer your fears and realize your fullest potential. Let me start by edifying my friend, Joe Washington, and his wife, Wendy, who introduced me to this opportunity. And when I became a part of this community, it has changed my husband and my life in 6-7 months. It's just been absolutely amazing. One of the things I love about everybody in this community is a high level of positivity. Nobody's focused on what's going on in the outside world in the realm of politics. This is a wealth building community. So we're focused on that. We edify one another as well as the company. And we keep our mind on the things we want and off the things we don't want. So edification is really powerful. And I want you all to really think about that. Noble Mike says, in terms of organizational structure, he says problems go up, And which means if you've got a challenge or a concern, take it to the leadership, okay, who above you that can solve the problem, and then positivity goes down. In other words, we only speak about positive things. So edification is really, really significant. And remember, it's all about the word. So as we share this opportunity, we want to make sure we edify the opportunity and one another. Leadership is cultivated through personal development, and it's a quality exhibited throughout the organization. I love this community because it's about a culture, and that's what Mike conveyed to me in the beginning. He says we get to create the culture, we get to say what this looks like and it feels like, and that's one of the things that really attracted me to this. There's a lot of opportunities out here, but I wanted to be a part of this culture. I felt it immediately. I was like, man, I'm all in. And then there's vision, our individual visions, of course, but then there's the collective vision. And you all know the saying that you can get whatever you want if you help enough people get what they want. So that's really what leadership is about. And as it says here, leadership is cultivated through personal development. So Noble Mike had us read a book called The Go-Giver. And this is an example about that. He wants us to make sure that we're sinking our teeth into personal development work and that we model these behaviors. And he's modeling it for us. When he had us read this book, I saw our leadership. I said, wow, everybody is embodying these qualities. So the 5 laws of stratospheric success. The law of value. Your true worth is determined by how much you give in value rather than how much you take in payment. You know what? I call on the leaders because I've had to sit with them physically to figure these things out. And they help me and they spend quality time with me. Sometimes I go to their houses and it's like, wow, that's made a difference in terms of culture, leadership, and applying and really learning the skills to develop mastery with each one of them. So they have brought so much value to the conversation. And that's what the Whole Wealth Club is about. And it's for us to now learn how to embody that and then take that forward. The law of compensation. Your income is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. Noble Mike always says, serve the team. We got to serve the team. So I'm learning how to do that. When I sign somebody up, guess what? I sink my teeth in, I help them, I sit with them. I make sure they understand the strategies and get onboarded properly because that's what's going to make the difference. The law of influence. Your influence is determined by how abundantly you place other people's interests first. Wow. And I see that happening all inside the community. The law of authenticity. Just be yourself. The most valuable gift you have to offer is yourself. And the law of receptivity, that's just staying open to receiving because it's 2 parts of a whole. Giving and receiving go hand in hand. So that's a little summary about, how we study. And he's got us studying books and whatnot. And I want to encourage you all when he sends those calls out to be on those personal development calls as well. So then there's integrity, I. So by definition, this word means the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. And we want to bring that transparency to everything that we're doing. And I love that InvestView is a publicly traded company and so forth. So we're embodying these qualities on an individual level, but also in terms of the whole company. So this network places a high value on practicing this virtue and demonstrating it in everything that we say and we do. Team. Championships are won by teams more often than by individuals. So we use the collective gifts to further our agenda, and by doing so, we achieve one success. I love this. I love being a part of a team, and I love knowing that I can rely on other team members. When Angela is doing the calls, I stop in my tracks and listen. It's like E.F. Hutton, when people speak, when E.F. Hutton speaks, people listen. Honey, when Angela Harrell speaks, I stop and listen. When Nate Garrett speaks, I stop and listen because I learn something every time. They're sharing the same information, but they do it uniquely every time, and I'm enriched every single time. So I have the strength of the team, and I rely on that, and I need that. And then I too want to be an awesome team member. So we want to encourage you all to bring your gifts to the game. Then there's excellence. So this team prides itself on establishing and maintaining a standard of professionalism. This is a business that is reflected in everything we say and do. And I see that all across the board. And I want each of us to make sure that we hold ourselves accountable to be professional. Use the materials, use the power of the team, use the principles of edification, and making sure that we walk our talk. First class is the only class. I love that. So I just want to say that we're creatures of habit. You all already know that. In 6 months, our habits have totally changed. My husband and myself, at first we were like, oh my God, I got to get on another call. How many calls do they have? How many tweets are we going to get? How many Telegram channels? You know, at first it was a little bit overwhelming, but now we're in the habit of getting on these calls. We're in the habit of checking our finances and whatnot. Guess what? Before I was busy, busy, busy. We're all busy. Guess what? I'm not too busy to check my accounts. I am not too busy to check my CoinZoom and my Gemini account because I've developed a whole new set of habits, a whole new mindset. This is about developing an investor mindset, and we must be the message that we bring. As Joe Washington says, you got to be a product of the product. So we want to do that and model the behaviors. And then when we bring others in, guess what? Easy breezy, baby. So in closing, I just want to say that wealth building is a team sport. When Noble Mike said that to me, I was like, what? What does that mean? Does that mean I have to pool my money with you guys? He's like, no, not at all. We're going to teach each other. We're going to support each other. We're going to lift each other up because we can do more together, you know, as a community than we can by ourselves. And educated investors are empowered investors. Everybody you want to bring in, you want to educate them so that they can stand on their feet. They can be a model of excellence for others, be empowered with the information, which is why the educational platform is essential. You got to get them into their back office first thing. Have them go through the videos, understand and appreciate the power and the value of every one of these strategies. There's 12 plus ways to make money in this business, and we need to understand the value and the significance and the details of each and every one of them. So I just want to say for all of you, welcome to this. If you're new to this community, it's a one-of-a-kind wealth building community, and we are committed to the financial liberation of all of our members. And you know what? We have an ancestral obligation to prosper. So I just want to throw that in, you know, for the betterment and the upliftment of our children and our community. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. I bless you. AMG, Alliance Marketing Group, woohoo, and iGenius. And with that, I just like to say, I love you, I bless you, I appreciate you, and I thank God for all of you.
Well, thank you, Miss Millicent. We all appreciate you. Your energy is always just like on 10 every single time. It doesn't make a difference. So I love it. I love it. I love it. And someone said our ancestral obligation to prosper. Oh my gosh. I wrote that down as well. So I see that. And it is, it's like, you know, I saw a quote one time. It says, you may not have a millionaire in your family, but it is up to you to be the first, right? So it's like, let's make this happen. Let's make it happen. And so, you know, again, hey, AMG, we are just super excited about having new people join our community. And, you know, this young man that I'm about to bring up next, he has come through the door blazing, like not even, you know, kind of slowly walking in, figuring things out. No, he's come through the door right away, has already hit our 8X club. And what a lot of people don't understand what that means. Why? Because we don't really even talk about the marketing plan and how it works so much. But at 8X just means you have 8,000 in volume in a certain 4-week period. And so he came through the door blazing, and that's going to be so much money for him. When that, you know, when he gets that check, I know he's going to be just the first of many. So we are so excited. And so Mr. Phineas White, if you are here, I just want you to talk a little bit about making sacrifices, because when we're investing, that's sometimes what it is. We may not have the money up front to put into these different platforms, but if we make sacrifices now, our life will be changed in just a moment. And so, Mr. White, if you're there, please unmute yourself and go ahead and just talk to us a moment.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me clear?
We hear you, but you're a little low. So I don't know if you can go closer to your mic, or if you have a mic that's there.
Can you hear me now?
We hear you, just a little low.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can turn this up. How about now?
That's a little better. Thank you.
Okay, good. Yeah, thank you very much, Angela. You know what? Before I even start talking, I just want to say thank you to Millicent, Angela, Nate, Noble, Mike, Mr. Gaskin, and Mr. Rice. I have been on this platform for less than a month. And the funny thing is, I just got on this platform by accident. You know what? In life, sometimes you go around searching for something, and just by fate, you bump into an opportunity that can literally change your life, right? I hear people make money in different platforms. I've been in network marketing for, I would say, over 10 years. And I failed over and over, and I've risked a lot of money. And most people will check out in those kind of circumstances. But I didn't give up. I didn't give up. I kept going. And by faith, I saw this opportunity. And no kidding, within a month, thanks to Noble Mike, thanks to Nate, thanks to Jeremy, I just opened up my account last night and I was blown away, right? I made $13,000. I'm not saying it to impress upon the people that are on this platform that are new, but I just want you guys to know that the possibility is there if you have faith and you can connect to people that are willing to go all out to help you achieve your financial dream. I was making six figures in my full-time job, which is okay, but I was trading time for money, and which we all do that. We all have our jobs where we have to put in 16, 24-hour shifts to make money. And one thing that one of my mentors said to me was like, Phineas, have you ever sat there and thought about how come you can work for 8 hours, they pay you less, but when you're most tired, the company always want to pay you a time and a half for working? And I never understood why. And he said, you know what? Because you're worth more than what the companies think you're worth. So in order for you to make yourself more money, you have to put a number on yourself, not somebody putting a price tag on you, right? So that right there opened up a door for me to keep searching so that I can put a price tag on myself. Because my grandmother always said to me, say, grandson, where you are born is not your fault. Where you are raised is not your fault. But after the age 21, where you end up, it's all up to you, guys. We are adults on this platform, and we have a buffet in front of us. And if you come on this platform with an open mind, with the game plan and the type of ecosystem that we have here, there is no way that you're not going to make it. I guarantee you that I can put my life on the line. Nate called me and said, Phineas, do you know what you're doing? And I said, no, Nate, I don't know what I'm doing, but my passion is to go out and help a lot of people. And if I see something that I'm going to benefit from, I will touch the masses. And he said, gentlemen, just keep doing what you're doing because you don't even know what is ahead of you, right? I just looked at my back office right now and just saw the commission progress that is coming in. And it's unbelievable. I can say that I've been in 3 network marketing companies, and combined, I haven't seen that in 3 years of what I'm seeing on this platform within a month. Right. So right now, me talking right now, I'm shaking right now. But thank you guys very much for introducing this to me, Jeremy. I owe you $1 million. My 3rd year of being in this company, you're going to receive a better gift from me. So thank you very much. Thank you, Noble Mike. Thank you, Nate. Angela, you doing an amazing job. Millicent, thank you very much for hitting me up on Angela's call, giving me a private number and just pretty much just opening the door for me to see everything that you have to offer. God bless you. God bless everybody on this platform, going out, teaching and helping everybody. I'm going to hand it over to you, Angela. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Phineas. And I'll put the pin on. Let me see. I don't know if I can remove the pin. But okay. So I am excited about just everything that, we have here. I mean, he said, like, he looked in his back office and was just amazed of his progress. And I know, he said, I'm just going to keep going, not stopping. I love the way our whole team works. He talked about, hey, different people reaching out when he first came on and said, hey, I'll help you. And so I just love that testimony. We have a special treat right now, guys. So this is really important. We're at 89 still, but we have the president of our whole company, iGenius, that is on the line. And he's here just for the AMG network. And that's what I'm talking about. So Phineas talked about people in the AMG club reaching out, helping each other, making sure we're successful. And not only do we get that from each other, but we get corporate support that, our corporate president is here ready to share with us. And so Mr. Chad Gardner, if you're there, go ahead and unmute yourself.
I want to share. And I want to. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Okay, there you go. Yes.
CSN.
Find you for a second. But yes.
CSN.
Okay, perfect.
You
Hey,
don't-
so
you
first,
don't-
what's
Ralph,
that?
if you can unmute yourself, that would be, mute yourself, that would be great. Okay, Chad, we have you loud and clear.
Perfect. Well, first of all, I just want to let everybody know I was at the gym this morning, and I have a daughter that was sick. So I've been running around playing dad, doing a couple different things. And so you're getting me in my workout attire, hat backwards, hoodie on. So I apologize that I'm not a little bit more suited up and dressed up. I hope you guys will excuse me for that. I'm excited to be here. I spoke with Mike a little bit, and he invited me to join us on this, to join you guys on this call today. And I'm excited because there are so many good things happening with our company. So I want to first start off by recognizing, just this event in and of itself is a perfect example of why I'm so excited about everything that's happening. The quality of the content that I've heard so far. I've been on for about an hour. I was actually listening to the different presentations as I was at the gym this morning, and just heard some very, very good stuff. Millicent's message was on point, very powerful. Loved the things I heard from Mr. Johnny Gaskins. Heard some really good stuff. And what I've seen, and hopefully it's being recognized by everyone, is a significant maturing that's happened with our story, right? You think about it, and you hear what people are talking about. I heard Johnny Gaskins say something to the effect of, you got to kind of create your own results, and then you can go share those results, right? Kind of create your own story and then tell that story. That really speaks to the power of the platform. That really speaks to the improvement that the platform has really seen over the past year or so, to where we have such confidence that people are saying, listen, come in and test the waters, use the products first, and create your own story, and then you can go start inviting your friends and family to this thing, and others. I think that just speaks so highly of where we're at today versus maybe where other companies are, or maybe where we were even a year and a half ago or so. The products are delivering, they're on point, the value proposition is stronger than it's ever been. And all of our members, all of our community members, they're seeing that, they're feeling that, they're getting they're benefiting from that firsthand. Of course, it's so important that I acknowledge the fact that that there's going to be rough days, there's going to be rough weeks. It's not all sunshines and rainbows when you're investing. But I am so excited. The content of this event so far has just been absolutely stellar, guys. We are in an incredible place as a company. I was looking at the numbers yesterday at the office, and I was going through and I was comparing our daily sales average to last year compared to so far this year. Now, granted, we're only a month and a half into this year, but our daily sales average is almost twice as big as it was last year. In other words, we have almost doubled our daily revenue numbers, this year. Just think about that for a minute. You think about these companies that we, that we use their products for, fill in a blank company. Imagine if they were able to come out and announce and say, guess what? We just doubled sales, right? That's a pretty big accomplishment. And it's thanks to the hard work, the effort, the energy, everything that people on this call, the leadership, the AMG movement that's happening all over the country. But, I have said this, I said this when I was in Atlanta with many of you. I will say it until it's no longer true. But I truly believe that the AMG network, the leadership of Mike Jameson, Nathan Garrett, others, is exactly what we are striving for across the board globally. You think about that, we are striving to have the type of leadership, professionalism, maturity, discipline, compliance, all those things across the board into all of our different, markets, in Europe and Asia and all these other markets where we do have members. I look to our group here, a majority of them being here in the US, AMG network, as really the standard of what I'd like everybody to become. It doesn't mean that AMG can't continue to improve, because I've seen a massive improvement over the past year and a half or so. But I really do view that, and again, I will keep saying it until it's not true, that you guys embody what we really want from a culture at iGenius. So I thank you guys. I tip my hat to you guys for the great work. And again, like I said, this crazy happening of us getting to the point where we've doubled sales. I mean, almost doubled. It's very close. Our daily sales average is very much so in great part to the great work, the leadership, and you know, the commitment of everybody on this call today. So thank you. So, you know, the next question that probably everybody has is, okay, so what's next? You know, where are we at as a company? You know, you think about it, and network marketing companies, they go through these stages, right? There's kind of this initial stage of launching. There's a secondary stage where there's kind of a concentration where everything kind of gets refined. The infrastructure gets, you know, tightened up and perfected. And then you have what everybody strives for, which is momentum, where all of a sudden, you know, everybody starts to really see what's going on. Everybody's taking notice, and you see really, really accelerated growth. And then once you see that, you know, with a successful network marketing company, obviously you can't be in momentum forever. There's a point where, you know, things are stabilized. Well, I'm here to tell you that for, you know, and I said this when I was in Atlanta, so many of you heard this, but in October of 2019, we took the first step in what I would say was, you know, almost a relaunch. I mean, really, we changed our product, we changed our packaging, changed our software, changed the compensation plan, we changed everything in October of 2019. Phase 2, I've said this many times, was in my belief when we launched the iGenius brand. When we came out and we said, okay, listen, we are to a point where, you know, we're unrecognizable to what this company was, you know, a year ago or 2 years ago. We now have a new story. We have greater leadership. We've been able to, you know, right a lot of the wrongs and do so many good things. And so phase 2, I believe, started with this iGenius thing. And I believe that we are on the brink of momentum. I do not think that we are in momentum yet. I think that we are in the concentration phase of of the life of a network marketing company, where we're starting to see, you know, like what we heard earlier throughout this presentation. We're hearing, you know, leadership talk about things that, you know, when you're dealing with, you know, the ups and downs and the volatility of a company that hasn't been able to shore up a lot of the foundational pieces, you don't hear messages like we just heard from Johnny Gaskins, and we heard from Mrs. Millicent, and all of the other great presenters that have spoken today. You don't get to hear messages like that, where we're talking about a higher level, a next level, where now we're preparing, you know, in such a way that we really can have the infrastructure to, you know, really embark in this stage of momentum. So I believe that this is the year. I believe that 2021 will be the year that iGenius will absolutely hit momentum, where we will have, you know, people that are joining us in such a way that we've never seen before, where you'll have conversations with people that in the past you thought, man, my chances of success with this presentation are slim to none. And you will see, and you'll see it because of the position of the products, that the messaging that's happening, you know, online with social media and all the different things, that, you know, the buying friction will become lower when we are in momentum. You will see it, and I'm here to tell you, I've been in it once before with another company. I've seen it happen firsthand, and it is absolutely a very fun thing to be a part of. And I think we are knocking on the door of entering into the momentum stage of a business. I mean, think about it. We are doubling. We've doubled our sales, our average daily sales from what they were last year. That just gives you, you know, an illustration of how close we are and that we're knocking on the door. Now, I do want to speak to everybody on this call that is hearing me say all this stuff, talking about all this exciting stuff, and thinking, well, hold on a second, Chad. I just had, you know, 4 presentations this week, and every single one of those was unsuccessful, right? Because there's absolutely somebody on this call today that was able to share our business with a few other people that said, listen, you're crazy. I am not going to do this. I'm telling you no, not so much am I telling you no, I'm also telling you that you're crazy, right? Because we deal with that. We deal with that when we, you know, when we put on that hat of saying, okay, we are going to go out there, we're going to share this business, we're going to share this success story, we're going to share this great platform with others. Well, guess what? When you know, nothing's risked, nothing gained, right? There is absolutely going to be times when people tell us no. I have been on the forefront of that. I've been rejected over and over and over again as a sales professional in my career, as a distributor, as, you know, many different roles. That happens. I'm here to tell you that that's still going to happen. Okay, there's still going to be those rough days, but I'm giving everybody just a little bit of a peek and a look inside of what's happening on a global scale. That is starting, you know, our numbers are starting to change. Our success rates are improving. And so the point is hang in there. You know, let's keep going and work until, and that's the most powerful word, in my opinion, in all of network marketing, all of business. Keep going until we get to that point of where things get easier. And you know, once you get to that point, then it'll be keep going until you've achieved your goals. And until, so my point is it's still going to be hard. There's still going to be some ups and some downs. Absolutely. But we have some awesome momentum right now, and we are getting close to where I would say that the company enters into that momentum stage. The last thing I'll leave with you was one of the things that Mr. Mike Jameson asked me to share with you, which was, what can we as a team, as the AMG movement, the AMG network, and all of us as, you know, a part of this, because as I've said to you guys many times, we are partners, you know, corporate and the field and the distributors. We are 100%, we are partners, shoulder to shoulder, working together in the grind, you know, building a business for all of us, right? This is something we do together. And so what is that we can all do right now at this stage in the business? Because it's actually different perhaps than what it was, you know, 6 months ago, a year ago. I'm here to tell you, and I'm going to say something that many of you that know me well through the years have heard me say, but it all comes down to one simple thing. Our biggest risk and our biggest vulnerability is that we operate in the financial space. It is a blessing because we actually can be selling a product and a platform that can really have an impact on people's lives. And I'm not saying that a weight loss shake or, you know, an essential oil can't help somebody, but I'm here to tell you that financial wellness, financial literacy can have a much larger impact on someone's life than anything else. And so we get the blessing of being able to be involved in that community. But with that comes a grave responsibility, which is we have to protect the golden goose being, you know, the company and each and every one of our networks. And the way we do that is we make sure that we are on point from a compliance standpoint, that we are on point from, you know, an accuracy standpoint. We have to be so careful that when we're sharing the story and we're talking about results and we're talking about performance, more so than ever before, that we are buttoned up, that we are not saying anything that could insinuate that somebody is going to, you know, make enough money to always cover their subscription fees, or that they're going to, you know, make enough money to, you know, they'll have gains and every month that they're going to be winning and all of that stuff that maybe 2 years ago, we could let it slide. But as we enter into this, you know, this momentum stage, the spotlight will be on iGenius, and regulators and, you know, government officials. They will be on our calls. You might not think it. They will be on our calls. They will be listening into our calls. They will be partaking and listening into what the story is, because they're going to see that iGenius thing is making, you know, it's making some waves. And so the one thing that we can do as leaders and as new members, everyone alike, is to never say anything that we know isn't accurate, never present any information that isn't true, and never ever exaggerate any of the things that are happening. So my point there is, if you're in a situation where you've had some success, or your upline's had some success, or you've heard a story about somebody in the business that made a lot of money, and you're thinking, man, can I share this or can I not share this? Don't share it. Get with your upline. Get with people like Mike. I'm happy to even have you call me before you share it. And let's discuss what you're going to say before you say it. Because I'm just telling you right now, our greatest risk is that somebody out there starts saying things that are inaccurate, starts, you know, leading people to believe that this is, you know, a get rich quick thing, that people can make money, that nobody's losing, that people are making far more money than their subscription fees every single month. And then guess what happens? Somebody says that's not true. That didn't happen for me. And they go complain to the SEC. They go complain to the FTC. And then we have inquiries coming in, and then we have to deal with regulatory things. And then the company's having to, you know, deal with that kind of stuff. I'm telling you guys, that is our risk because of the space that we're playing in, because we're in this financial literacy space. And also because the company has always said that we will embrace innovation and we're going to do everything we can to provide maximum value. So rather than just provide, you know, some nice education, we try to go as far as we can to provide people with opportunities and access to tools and resources and all kinds of great value adds. So we have to keep it that way. We have to protect it. We got to protect the house by making sure that if there's ever even a question, if there's ever even a doubt that we might be, you know, insinuating that, you know, or giving a little bit too much, we got to pump the brakes. We got to police each other, and we got to make sure that what we are saying is accurate and compliant every single time. And we all got to hold each other accountable, because that's how we win. And again, I'm holding the AMG network to a higher standard than any other group, because like I've told you many times, even on this call, you guys are setting the standard for the culture. You guys are setting the standard for what we want to become as a company. You guys know this, that many people in the AMG network have a little bit more maturity in years, right? And so you guys have seen it. You've been around the block a little bit more. A lot of our groups in Europe, and a lot of our groups even in the US, you know, they're 22-year-old kids, 24-year-old kids. And so they get caught up in it. So I'm saying the same thing to them, of course. But I really do, you know, I look to you guys to lead the way, to make sure that you guys are protecting this business. If there's ever any question or any doubt, you know, come to us and ask, find out, you know, if you're creating a presentation that you are saying over and over again, you even have an inkling of a doubt that maybe you're you're giving too much information or saying things that, you know, could be misconstrued to be, you know, financial advice or something like that. I'm telling you right now, we've got to pump the brakes. We got to police each other. We got to hold each other accountable, because that's how we protect this thing. That's how we enter momentum together. That's how we start to really impact one another's lives and impact the lives of those around us, is we can start to really see some significant growth and you know, some real amplification of what we're doing today. So guys, that's my message for everyone today. You know, as always, I absolutely appreciate the opportunity to be with you guys. I consider you guys great partners, and thank you so much for the time. And you know, hopefully I didn't go over too much. I got a little excited there, but I wanted to share a couple of thoughts with you guys. And anyway, I'll pass it back over to you, Angela.
Thank you so much. No, that was totally awesome. And I say that all the time. We're an education company that you take that and you make decisions about your finances, right? So that's so very important. We have to protect. I saw somebody in there. We got to protect. We got to police each other, protect our house, right? That we all want to go on momentum. So I am super excited. Thank you so much for joining us here in the AMG Network. I know that it was exciting seeing you in Atlanta. I think that was the first time we met in person. And then, but your heart is really for growing what we're doing and helping each one of us, you know, in our family and our goals. And I agree with you. Like, when we help people get more income, they can buy as many shakes as they want, right?
That's right. That's right. That's well said. I love that. I love that.
Yes. And so I love it. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you so much. And so that's going to move me to, I'm going to bring up April Johnson next. And so, you know, April is somebody who started with me, and I'm super excited to, you know, just introduce April to you all. She's in the Atlanta market. She has a testimony about starting with the AMG Network. And so, Ms. Johnson, are you there? You have to unmute yourself. You're still muted. You got to unmute yourself.
What about now?
Yep, I got you loud and clear.
Okay, perfect.
Hi,
well, hey, thank you. Well, good afternoon to everyone. Thank you so much, Angela. Thank you to Mr. Noble Mike for the opportunity to share, and to all of the other leaders and those who have shared testimonies today. I really want to just share a little bit about my story. I've been in telecom for about 20 years. And I've done a few different network marketing businesses and businesses where I've added additional streams. I heard Mr. Johnny say we need to have at least 7 streams. And I know you, Angela, you talk a lot about having 8 streams, right? So I've done a few different things that has allowed me to earn some additional money on top of being in telecom for 20 years. And it's like, okay, what am I gonna do with this money? I need to put it to work for myself. And so I took a look at this, thanks to you, Angela, last year in February. I think it was, a year ago. You guys had an event here in Atlanta. I went out, I checked it out, but I didn't jump on. I was like nervous, skeptical for quite some time. I sat on the sidelines and watched you guys be successful and grow your income for about 6 months before I decided, you know what, let me do this. And, you know, similar to what was said earlier by Chad, our president, that, you know, this is an opportunity where you can get in and you can put your money to work and you can see how using the products works for you, and then you share it. And that's kind of where I am, right? So I started in June of last year, opened up my first strategy, crypto elite strategy in July. And I had no clue really what I was doing. I was just trusting, you know, what I had heard, and I believed in it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to see how this works. And within like really the first month, I had earned a significant amount. It grew, right? It's like the strategies are working for you. And like Mr. Johnny said, you know, you pay yourself out of your profits. And so it's been about 7 months now, and I've earned about, let's see, I wrote it down because I looked in earlier to get my numbers. So I make sure I had accurate numbers to share, but it went up about 75%. So it started out with about $1,000 in this strategy. Then I actually earned some money and I left it there. Then I added a little bit more to it. And now I'm up to about 2,900 So 75% in 7 months is pretty good. To say that, I don't think I would have earned that in the bank. I know, Angela, I've heard you say that plenty of times, like the bank is not going to pay us like that. And this is to say that, not to say that it's going to happen for you, because like we just heard, we're in a financial industry and things change pretty quickly, but I'm pretty proud of earning an additional 75% off of a strategy that I started in August of last year. So I'm pretty sold on the crypto elite strategies. I actually have started a couple of more strategies just this month in February, and they're already doing pretty well. One is up about 65% and another is up about 25%. So I think I'm going to stay here. And now I'm at a point where I'm like, you know what, these things, I told somebody, I don't want to be the most wealthy person I know outside of all you guys, right? Because we're doing this together. But I'm like, I gotta share. This is not something you cannot share. When you see how well the products are working and what's happening in the market, it's a no-brainer. So I'm excited. Thank you guys for the opportunity to share. And if you're not in Crypto Elite, guys, it's definitely something you want to look into and get going soon and very soon. Thanks, Angela.
Thank you so much, Ms. Johnson. Thank you. All right, so okay, guys, I'm about to do some training. Here we go. Y'all know I cannot teach, right? So I'm going to do some training, and then I'm also going to, we have a message from Adam Rubin himself. But before I even, show that video, I want to talk about something that Ms. Johnson just talked about. So, okay, here's a teacher. Y'all got to get some, open up your cameras. Let me see your notebooks. Everybody, let me see your papers. Here's mine with all these notes on them right now. The teacher needs to see the notebooks, right? We got to see that I am a teacher all day long. Y'all know that. Thank you. I see all the notebooks going up. So now I want you to understand that everybody on this line, how many people did we get up to? We got up to 91 people. Oh my gosh. So I told you, I was like, I'm excited. So we're 91 people. And some of us who joined, including myself, right? Including myself, that when I first started, I didn't start at Elite. Some of you all started right at Elite. Y'all saw it or got it, no big deal, right? But I started, I didn't start right at Elite. I think I started at the select membership. Mr. Jameson is going to, he has to tell you, because he told me to start at Elite from the very beginning. And then I was like, I don't know, because you were never taught to invest. You in your household, someone maybe said to you, you have to save your money, right? Don't spend all your money, don't get into debt. You hear those things, but you did not hear you have to invest your money. If you are in a household like mine, I know in high school and college, never taught to invest my money. And so because of my lack of understanding, that something like, Debbie talked about with procrastination, and what April talked about, like, just, trying to feel my way through, right? So I thought, this was my thought, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to learn Forex. And then I'm going to put $250 in my Forex account. And then I'm going to grow that account to make money. But not my real goal is really to make life-changing money. Right? So that's when we all came in, is because we want to make life-changing money. And then yet, because of our lack of knowledge, because of us being scared, right? That we start where we, that's not going to make it happen for us. And that's exactly what I mean, because we have to understand the steps that we're taking is not going to lead us to that over $300,000 that Johnny was just talking about. I made $10,000 in this account and, $20,000 in this account. So you have to start adapting the mind of an investor. And that's going to be a process for everybody. You got to move up that ladder, and the faster you can move up that ladder, the more money you can make. And so, I heard Nate Garrett always talk about that you have $1,000. If you're not elite, you have $1,000 in your house right now. You can sell something. Because if you say, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be the first millionaire in my family, I want to make sure that I am taking care of my tribe. If that's your goal, if that's what you exactly, that's what you want to do, then you're going to have to make some sacrifices. And so maybe it is selling the TV. Maybe it is going out into the garage and figuring out what you can sell. But you got to start planning your investment strategy. Everybody understand that? So I want you to write that down. You have to start planning your investment strategy. And so your first thing is that you got to get to where your accounts become automated. I love the fact that Dr. Rice teaches us how to read the charts. I love that. However, my goal for everybody on the line is that you have all your accounts working in automation. If you hear Johnny, he says one of the reasons that he came to the AMG network, that he works with us so closely, is that because he can step away from the computers. I asked him that. I said, somebody who knows how to read the charts and make a lot of money, right? Somebody who knows how to do all that. Why are you with the AMG network? Because you could be sending out the trades just like, just like the people who are trading for us. And he said, well, I wanted to spend more time with my family. That's more important. And what I was doing before is I was basically, trading in a job of being somewhere 8 hours a day, right? Then having to sit in a computer and then do the trades and, do that and having to be at the computer. And so you have to understand your investment plan has to put you in a place where you become automated. Johnny said today, he said, you got to be an elite member. Did you hear him say that? And you got to open up an elite strategy. Why? Why is that the first thing? I can tell you, I put money in. April just said she put money in, didn't do anything, and it grew. And as that account grows, now you can then take the investments. If you were taking down notes with Mr. Gaskins was talking, he said you can take some of the investments. If you don't have the capital in your bank account, you can take some of the investments now and fund other strategies. And so your goal is to there are in the United States 3, beta accounts that you can have. But I've heard Mr. Gaskins say, I have 20 crypto elite accounts. If anybody's ever heard him say that, I need you to write that down. You got to understand, this is somebody that you are trying to be. You're trying to make the money that he's making, right? And so you're trying to follow the footprint. You're not going to follow that footprint with $300 in your Forex account. And then think that you're going to trade that to make it to be, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 when you did the first trading class with me 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Like your learning curve is not there. You want to make sure that you get those accounts that are automatically funding. So now you can have that growing. And then you can learn at the same time. But I can tell you, I definitely want to take the accounts. I wrote down every single strategy that we have. Forex, the Forex Pro, you have binary options, you have Trend Pro, you have Portfolio Pro, you have Options Pro, you have 3 different accounts in Crypto Elite, you got Endow. I can write down all of this. What's your strategy? How much money are you going to put in each one of those platforms? What's your strategy? So now I'm gonna let's see how we're gonna do this. I gotta do a video. I'm gonna do this video, and you can hear what Adam Rubin says your strategy should be for Crypto Elite. Give me a second. I'm praying that this works. Let's see.
Hello everyone, this is a video from me, Adam Rubin, VP of Sales at Endotech, specifically for Mr. Noble Mike Jameson and of course everyone here at the AMG crowd. Welcome one and all. I'm so sorry, apologies I couldn't join you on the live call that you're going to be attending. I do hope that this message finds you well and obviously thank you so much Mr. Noble Mike Jameson for giving me an opportunity to come through, say a few words and hopefully give you all some good info that you can then use from here. Mike has brought me a few questions. Hopefully I'll answer them nice and quickly now and send this video off to you. And I really do hope to see you all very soon. So first question is background on Endotech, a bit about the founders' pedigree. Endotech was founded in 2012. It doesn't have any outside investors, no VCs. We funded it ourselves. We trade our own strategies and grew our company based on those results. It's got a massive pedigree going back 30 years for Dr. Anna Becker, Mr. Dmitry Gushtin, and the rest of the senior team. Previous company that we had was called Strategy Runner, which we sold for millions of dollars to MF Global in the early 2000s. And we've been in the business of institutional algorithmic financial software providing for quite some time, going on 30, 40 years. So very strong proven pedigree of background performance, very strong proven pedigree for the people in the team. And if you're studying AI or machine learning or astrophysics, you're probably going to be actually looking at textbooks written by our co-founders at different points in time. Obviously, Anna herself taught and studied in Europe as well. So massive pedigree, genuine pedigree of previous company successes coming through to Endotech, where we successfully built the company without anyone else's money. And we've been using it to generate more funds for ourselves and grow the company ever since. So hopefully that will scream to you all of some solid, genuine pedigree. In terms of, access, institutional retail investors, who gets in and where? Well, very simply, for those of you that don't know, iGenius are the only strategic partner that can get access into Endotech software to have it usable for a retail price. So you guys, you pay 10% entry only and 20% profit share for any strategy you connect to. So if you've got $10,000, you pay $1,000 for the year, the trading happens, and you're sharing with us 20% profit share only on those strategies. Well, I don't know if you know this, but an institutional client for us isn't just someone who's got some money. So there's plenty of wealthy people that are writing to us every day, hey, we want to use you, and we turn them down. We have doors closed to retail clients. We have doors closed to strategic partners. We have doors closed to everyone, but classic, genuine institutional clients with $10 million or more, and we're charging them $125,000 annual subscription and 25% profit share. And they have the identical same product that you guys will have in terms of iGenius. Yeah. So at the end of the day, this is an amazing opportunity for all of you, because no one out there has access through to Endotech unless they are exceptional institutional classic entities. And of course, for all of you there, that means that as retail, the amount of balance to run is very friendly, very simple. Of course, is covered by the product itself within 90 days, meaning that it pays for itself. So this product pays for itself within 90 days. This is the only place that you can get access to this product unless you've got $10 million or more for trading. And I really hope you will enjoy that access, because it is very special and it is secured for the next few years. So I really hope you will take advantage. Next question, a great one. Why is the Crypto Elite AI bot and machine learning so special or even so different from other services in the crypto space? So I'm just like all of you. I know what's out there. Crypto, Gunbot, Profitbot, Guaranteed, Signal, Goldbot, NAM, PAM, Promise the Future, Signal Manager. I've been there. I'm 35. I've been in the game much like many of you for many, many years already. Our systems are the only client custody-based systems in the market. We're the only guys that allow you, the client, to control the money. So you're not sending your money to a broker joker, Signal Manager, someone who's pretending to tell you the future. You're owning your own funds in your own private exchange account, and we are publishing live what any strategy is doing. And if you're connected to it in your exchange account, you're receiving live exactly what we publish. No difference. They're identical. There's no trust needed. It's a transparent service. And therefore, our results from the moment you've connected and the first trade is delivered, you'll see that exactly what's published is exactly what you've received in the account. And that, of course, is one of the benefits of Endotech that remains exclusive to us. The client custody is pivotal for your understanding. We do not have access to your funds. We're not liable for your funds. You control your funds. And the great thing about you controlling your funds while receiving automatic transparent delivery is you can go to sleep at night and wake up tomorrow without being worried at any time. And that is something that I wish for all of you to hold and capture in the very near future. What it feels like to own your funds, have no risk to those funds from outside parties, and to simply see automatic institutional performance happening on those funds. It's a wonderful life when you see your money working for you and paying your bills and paying you for your way forward. And that's what this product can do. So if you're paying $2,000, $3,000 for your membership per year, do bring $10,000 or more to this trading. It will pay for itself all totally within 90 days and make you so much profit that you've paid for 3 years worth of membership to these membership clubs that you're in. And from that moment, of course, if you keep dialing up the volume, we can keep dialing up the results until the point comes where hopefully you can finally actually enjoy the type of lifestyle that you've all been hunting for. I can tell you that while I'm standing here in my very high level luxury apartment at the top of the city in Tel Aviv. I earned my way here by making my money work for myself, right? So hopefully you can all do the same. And more importantly, always remain custodial of your funds. Let that be a lesson to all of you. With regards to final question from Mike, why should I take action right now? Well, very simple. The market is booming. for every day that goes forward is going to be more and more pressure on you to get involved. But the great thing about Endotech technology is that it can work for you in dollar-based accounts, taking advantage of the movement without caring what the market does. And we can also work for you in BTC-based amounts, growing the amount of BTC that you have. And obviously that's interesting further that the price for BTC goes up. But at the end of the day, you need to understand that there's a giant wealth transfer happening right now. We are in a new digital age that's been welcomed in through this disgusting Corona period, no doubt. And we're moving forward for digital coins and digital values and digital wealth at a pace that's never happened before. And I want you to imagine with me the pressures on people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and these leaders of industries that need to answer to their shareholder boards. And every month that goes by, they have another shareholder meeting. And they say, hey, well, why didn't you buy Bitcoin when it was 2,000? Why didn't you buy it when it was 5, when it was 10, when it was 20, 30, 40, 50? That sentence only gets more difficult over time. Imagine standing in front of the board when they've asked you when it was 50K, why you're not buying it. You say, oh, you know, it's probably a bubble, it's going to drop. And then the price surges to 100K and you're stood in front of your company board and they're saying, well, we're going to have to fire you. Why didn't you spend 1% of our balance on this? We would have quadrupled our revenues. Imagine the pressures on the dominoes that are set to fall. This is a fractal market. It's just going to take another couple of dominoes and bang, we'll be at 100,000. But the amazing thing about Endotech is we don't need to care. We put dollars in. Either we use Bitcoin or use Ether to make more dollars, or we'll put Bitcoin in and it will use Ether and Bitcoin to make more Bitcoin. But the beautiful thing is, even with a Bitcoin strategy, is if the Bitcoin price plummets, we're going to be making hand over fist more Bitcoin in that strategy. If Bitcoin price continues to go up, we'll be making small profits, but that Bitcoin is worth even more. This is the time now that if you capture and if you take care, we will be able to generate results over the next 90, 120, 150, 300 days, a year, 2 years with you. And before too long, before a few of those quarters of the 90-day periods have gone through, you'll start to see things in your life being paid for, as long as you've applied your use of this technology correctly. So my final advice today, for all of you here on the AMG Club that I couldn't unfortunately join, is the best way to use this product is to set up your 3 beta strategies right from the beginning. Take $10,000 or more and set equal amounts in the 3 beta strategies. This will give you a majority, 60, 70% of dollar growth in your portfolio and still give you a little bit, 30% based in Bitcoin generation. And even if you've only got a few $1,000s and you're only ending up buying a couple of $1,000 or $1,000 worth of Bitcoin to use that kind of strategy, don't worry. Because this strategy over time will just continue to protect Bitcoin and generate more. Same for the dollar-based strategies. Within time, it pays for itself, and within time, you've got your hands back free to you to go and be that amazing career network professional that we all know you are. So I hope that this video has been super helpful. Thank you so much for the patience. Mr. Noble, Mike James, and everyone on behalf of the AMG Club and iGenius, thank you so much for your time. My name's been Adam Rubin. I hope to see you very, very soon. Thank you so much. Take care.
All right, guys. All right. So I think I am back. Yes. So here we are. So I want you to understand, what did he say? He gave us some direct instructions. He was saying that if you have $10,000, that you should put, I think it's like $3,000, $4,000 into the beta strategies. I heard him say exactly that. That's just a strategy. Well, you may not have $10,000. So what do? You open up a strategy and then you let that strategy go. And now you get a strategy to get the other strategies going. But you have to develop a strategy. And I just wanted to, I'm gonna end my session with this, is saying that you will not outperform yourself what a computer system is going to do. So that computer system doesn't sleep, it doesn't have to eat, doesn't have to go to the bathroom, and is connected. You always have control of your money. I'm talking to the women. You all know my heart is always in women and investing, because finances and money is always a sense of what we say security. I have never, ever put money in the bank, went to sleep, and it was more money in the bank, right? Never. And so you have to understand, I have several times checked my account with the crypto elite, and went to bed, check my account again. Because when you first start, you're like looking at it. Now I give myself and say, I'm only going to look at my account once a month. This is kind of what I tell myself now. But I have gone to sleep and then woke up, and then it is even more. I mean, even Bitcoin right now is at $57,000 a coin. It is not too late. I told you once it goes like once Amazon hits one, it's all these different players again, and it's going to be skyrocketing. And everybody knows that. You know that. You have the knowledge now to be able to make financial changes in your life. And it's not going to come from just, playing small. It's not going to come from playing small. It's going to come from you really getting in this game, understanding, learning, and then also what? Having a strategy, figuring out like, okay, this is the strategy I'm opening up next. When am I going to get my endow account? When am I going to do this? And you have to like set some goals. And just like you did with your kids, when they wanted to buy whatever game system or shoes or whatever, you would have them save their money to be able to do that. And you would have a plan, and they would have a plan to make sure they got that done. And so my homework assignment for everybody on the team, how many people are here on this? 86 people, right? All of us, my homework assignment is that you write down the strategies and that you start planning out, when am I opening up my first crypto elite if it's not open? If my first one is open, when am I opening my second one up? So I can tell you, I opened my first one up in June. I opened my second one up in September. My third one, I just opened up in February. I had a plan. So all 3 of my beta strategies are now open. I also then did what? I bought an endow contract. So I did that as well. And then I also have money in my Trend Pro account. But you have to understand, and some of that you could use once you start your one strategy, you can say, okay, you know what? I'm going to use this strategy to put the profits to open up this strategy 6 months from now. That's totally fine. But develop a strategy. We have all of these different things. And I know that at the beginning, it can become, kind of, we have so much, right, that it can become overwhelming, but that's okay. You just want to go bit by bit by bit to have your family run for financial freedom. This is the financial freedom movement. That's what I always say. And so just like that, we're going to take everybody's family and move to that space. So I have the pleasure now of bringing up my brother, right? We work in tandem together. And so this is none other than Mr. Nate Garrett. A lot of you all, hear from him all the time, and that his energy, his passion, his why. It was so much fun, doing a presentation with him the other week. And so Mr. Nate Garrett, are you there? I'm going to open up the mic for you, sir.
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Angela?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Woo, hold on a second, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and flip my screen for one moment. I'm actually having Angela, I'm gonna be real with you. I might need you for a second. I'm having probably probably one of the most emotional moments I've ever had since I've been in the networking industry. I'm actually having a hard time following up all these amazing leaders that I just heard from. I just keep hearing Kenneth Francis say I'm the authority. It's just something about what he just said, I'm the authority. And that's just what I feel like we have in this industry. And hearing from Chad Garner, listening to why we're in the right place at the right time with the right people doing the right things. It's hard for me to really, this may be a defining moment. From Mr. Jameson says your life is shaped up by these defining moments, and I'm not really sure why I have the emotions that I have, but I realize that there's a responsibility with what I'm about to share, and it's extremely important. You were touching, Angela. You really brought it right home. You talked about creating a plan to be able to retire your family. I want to touch on something that a lot of people don't know. When I first started in this business, 3-4 years ago, I didn't understand anything. I didn't know what crypto was. I didn't know what stocks was. I didn't know what Forex was, but I always had a burning desire to change my life and to change the lives around me. And so I knew that in order to make money, right, I had to have money. And so when Mr. Jameson and I have been in the industry and learned from people, when they said was, when you can uplift someone else, then you could get what you want. And that just rained in me. I said, man, I want to invest. I just don't have any money. The thousands and thousands of dollars that it takes to take care of my son. is more than most people even understand. And then guys going from job to job, finding no purpose and being fired from every corporational job because I didn't believe in the principles. And I realized that I was really showing up and doing the same day over and over and over. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I realized that I didn't think my life was gonna continue to go on if I had to continue to work in a corporate structure. And so to then get this information and to realize that I had this amazing information, but realizing I had to develop my skills so that I could help people fund these accounts. Guys, I'm gonna share this and it's just real. The average person that walks in here doesn't have 30,000. They don't have 40,000. They don't have 50,000, but they may have a burning desire in their heart to do more. They may have a burning desire in their heart to help people. Guys, you ask most people who make good money on the marketing side of our program, they don't even know how much money they made in a week because the mission is so much bigger than the money. And then what happens when you help people, you get more money than you can ever imagine. So what I want to do, guys, if you're on this webinar and you want to invest and you just don't have the money, you don't have the support, you don't have the resources, well, guess what, guys? For a lot of you, it's time to lace your boots up because maybe you believe in the concepts that are shared today. And the only thing that may be stopping you from ultimate financial freedom and time freedom is just the word no. So what I want to do, guys, is really just help you understand a simple format called PS3. So please, I know Angela has you guys with your notebooks out. So we're going to talk about peak interest, show the plan, three-way call. So in this example, guys, listen, I'm going to say this, and I want everybody to understand this. You cannot say the right thing to the wrong person. And you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. We know what Mr. Jameson sent me. He sent me a choo-choo train. And these choo-choo trains was going up this track. And when I tell you, after the 90 seconds that this video went by, I didn't know anything that he was showing me on this video. But one of the things I asked myself, I said, number one, do I like this person? I love Mr. Jameson. I love Vanessa. They're family to me. So I said, well, I know they won't steer me wrong. Number two, if I learn this stuff, is it a possibility that I could do it? Could I possibly do it, right? And I said, well, I don't understand it, but I believe in myself and I believe in Mr. Jameson can help me do it. And I'm sorry, I actually reworded that wrong. That was number three. Number two was what is in it for me? Well, what's in it for me is not to have to go to work every single day. What's in it for me is my beautiful scenery right now in sunny Florida, right? That was what I wanted to do. So Mr. Jameson was able to attach the dreams. He's one of the reasons I moved here. He said, I think you would do better in Florida. And I am loving my life right now. But if it wasn't for the opportunity to be able to uplift a Shanfi, uplift a Jenny, uplift a Phineas's story had me with goosebumps. Listening to Quentin's YouTube, all of these amazing stories. Who would have ever thought that it was just a decision that I made in my pajamas watching a choo-choo train video? Guys, this is real how we can help people. So I want to help you all get organized. Write this down. The only boss that you have, I'm not your boss. Angela's not your boss. Mike Jameson's not your boss, but your calendar is your boss. It is a direct reflection of your paycheck. So if we look here right now, you guys can see these are all a fake model, but it may be something as simple as saying, hey, Don, if there was a way you could learn and educate yourself in a platform where you could go from making part-time money to making full-time money in less than 10 hours a week, would you be open to looking at some information? That's all I did. It doesn't matter what the peak interest is. It does not matter. See, even when I first started, I thought I had to have this dream peak interest. One of the ladies I piqued her interest who signed up as elite this week, I just asked her how much money she got. I said, how much money you got? And she was like, I got $3,500. I said, good. We need to do something with it. Because $3,500 in today's society is not moving. So the reality is, I just try to pique interest. It doesn't matter. Move with speed, boldness, and passion. Don't overthink it. From there, what am I going to do? Is this going to be a sit down? Is a sit down happening? We're going to use Danielle. First, we had a conversation. It was the first night with Mr. Mike Jameson. It was me. And then unfortunately, I confused the mess out of her. So I had to bring out Miss Angela. Then I brought her back again yesterday for another one. And I confused her again. I'm not even good at this, y'all. But the reality is, I was able to jot down every situation that happened, what they do, how it is. We just showed her the plan. It wasn't the exact beautiful presentation. It wasn't an Angela Harrell where she breaks down the women's investment. I just move with speed, boldness, and passion. That's just where I'm at right now. And so guess what? You see this one? Drives the city bus, met at the cleaners, would love their tire, organizing yourself, jotting down notes, met in line at the credit union, right? So just literally, my daughter said, I'm sorry. The other day we was at Family Dollar, and my daughter said, I can't believe you didn't talk to that lady about the business. She said, I can't, but so she's used to it. She's not even embarrassed by it. She's like, that's what my daddy does. He shares with people how they can change their life. And she said, when I don't do it, she said, you missed that one. She knows that the plan, my goal is to show that plan, show that plan, show that plan, show that plan, show that plan. I'm gonna show it and show it and show it. And I'm gonna collect notes. And I actually am okay with those. What bothers me is that in between, right? So I realized that what I do now will pay me 2 weeks from now. So I don't really have the time to get frustrated or disturbed, like, because life is gonna happen anyway, right? Anyway, this business is gonna happen anyway. Y'all notice the key word, anyway. So we might as well not let life get us. So we know that we're gonna have problems. You either got a problem, one is coming, or one is just leaving you. That's the reality. So you got to build your business with them circumstances. I was at the beginning of this webinar trying to figure out how I can stop my son from pouring Gatorade on the new bed. But that happens. I still got to go about my business. So after, guys, we've showed that plan. Here's the key that a lot of people are missing. You showed the plan. Did you guys listen to Danielle can vouch for this? She's on this webinar tonight. The process I went, I said, I have to remove my ego. There's other people in this organization that can help me. The next thing is to do a 3-way call. So what did I do? I went ahead, I said, listen, Mr. Jameson, I absolutely love this beautiful lady. She's absolutely phenomenal. She's a hairdresser. She's done my daughter's hair before. It ain't gonna feel right. It ain't gonna sit right with me if she don't join this business. And I connected it. And Mr. Jameson connected some dots. And guess what? We still didn't do a good job. So we had to bring a sharper woman to the table, Miss Angela Harrell. And then she covered some things. And I still confused her. But the reality, guys, is it was a complete program. We piqued interest, we showed the plan, and then we utilized a 3-way call. And then after that, there's really nothing you can do but follow up, which is simple, a BAM fam. For those who don't know what a BAM fam is book a meeting from a meeting. If you got a guest tonight, guess what? I'm doing a meeting, just FYI, I'm doing a meeting at 2 o'clock tomorrow. So all of you have an opportunity to take everybody from this meeting, they can invite somebody, and now we booked a meeting from a meeting, and now we're starting to create what? Here's the thing that most people mess up. They think that people are supposed to sign up on the first exposure. It doesn't work like that. Most people don't sign up the first time they hear it, but it's the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth exposure. But what most people do, their exposures are too stretched out. And have y'all ever, listen, write this in the chat. Have y'all ever talked to somebody and then when y'all talk to them again, they don't even know what company you in? You stretch the plan out too much. So here's an example. I have them on a Tuesday webinar. I'm like, okay, they saw a Tuesday webinar. What's your interest on a level of 1 to 10? 5 or 6. Okay, no problem. Let me go ahead and I'm going to personally have a webinar. So now I'm going to throw a webinar. Then from there, they may still not be ready to go. Okay, well, guess what? We got a Sunday at 5:30 call. Let me go ahead and help you set your demo out. Set your demo up to get ready for Angela. So now I've given you another exposure. Then from that exposure at 5:30, I'm going to invite you to our amazing team conference call so that you can hear some of the success stories. So what I am doing, if you guys ever pay attention to me as a builder, it's always leaders who come in 2, 3, 4, 5 at a time. It is the byproduct of all of my hard work built on multiple different conversations. Y'all always hear this from Sheffy say 5 years, from Danielle 4 years. It's always the same thing. You've been talking to me for 3 years. Yes, I have. You and 7,000 other people that I'm trying to expose in a very positive way to this business. But each individual, I individualize it. I know their story. I understand what they want. You know why I know what they want? Because I write it down. I attach my heart to their story. Sometimes it hurts me. It really does. But I attach my heart. I know exactly what they want. So guys, I just wanted to share this with you guys, but I get the privilege today. Y'all gonna love this. I can't believe Mr. Jameson gave me the privilege to show you guys are amazing. Everybody, look, put some, I don't know if they got hearts on here, put some ones in the chat because I'm gonna show everybody an amazing marketing tool that I personally have been pre-trialing, utilizing for the last week, My DMs are flooded. I have so many different messages coming back. Most people have never seen this before, but I'm really, really, really pumped up and fired up to show you guys this. So give me one moment, and like Angela, we are going to pray that this works. All right, so give me a moment to find this. Okay, hold on 1 second, because I just had it up. Okay. Let's see if I can get this going. Uh-oh. All right, I had it up. One moment. Sorry, y'all. I gotta go find it. Now, where is that?
Do you want me to
Okay.
bring it up?
Nope, I got it. Let's see if I think I got it now. All right, guys. Is my screen center, Angela?
We still have 10 in play sheet.
Okay, I'm gonna reverse it. I just wanted to make sure everything was set. Hold on 1 second. All right, is my screen center pretty good?
Yes, it looks great.
All right, hopefully you can hear. Let me know if you can hear. If not, I'm gonna turn it over to you.
We're not getting the sound.
Said you're not getting the sound?
No.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna turn it to you and let you do it then if you're not getting the sound.
Okay.
I don't know why you're not getting the sound, but I can let you do it. Go ahead and do it.
All right, stop sharing your screen.
Okay. That was my concern. Usually you can hear it sometimes you can't hear my sound. All right, stop sharing. Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Have you ever wanted to learn about investing, but didn't know where to start? Didn't have the education or expertise? Didn't have the time to research everything? And didn't have the support or even someone to share ideas with? Well, that's why we created the Alliance Marketing Group, AMG. AMG was created to help the masses remove any trepidation they might have about starting their investment journey. Over the past few years, the AMG network has assembled the absolute best traders, investors, and market experts from around the world. Our investment community has produced successful retail investors earning six figures and even multiple six figures in record-breaking time. The idea is to help each member accomplish in 18 to 24 months what the average person takes 5 to 10 years to achieve. We like to call it collapsing timeframes. The AMG Network leadership team has taken the time and liberty to identify the best technologies and educational resources needed to help you create a purposeful, rewarding lifestyle. No more worrying about where to get started, what to do, and how to do it. We believe in utilizing the social entrepreneurial model to help the average person go from good to great by creating a for-profit online investment business and utilizing it to solve social economic global issues, starting with one family at a time. Our philosophy is simply teach every member how to invest their earned income and spend from their passive income. That's how you create true freedom. You have probably noticed there's a huge wealth transfer taking place right now as the world moves into the new digital age. And you deserve to be one of the pioneers of the new millionaire generation. The future of investing is here. Join the #1 investment community in the world, the AMG Network. Get back with the person who shared this video with you and start investing today.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So guys, let's break this down. We literally have a 2-minute video that's so easy for you guys to send out and solves every problem. What does a person usually say? I don't know what. I don't know where to get started. I'm confused. But guys, I had a text message when I sent this video. I want y'all to understand this. The young lady said, she said exactly what she said to me. She said, the proposal is the following. We're going to learn how to trade. I've never done this before. Somebody's going to hold my hand. We're going to make 6 figures and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. I shook my head and I said, here's my enrollment link. Let's get started. Guys, we solved every major question that most people, they don't understand what Forex is and cryptocurrency and stock options and all that stuff when they've never invested. That was me. All I wanted to know were my 3 things I said. Number 1, do I like this person? Do I like the person? Number 2, what's in it for me? And number 3, can I do this? If y'all could solve those 3 questions, the facts don't make a difference because most people don't even know the facts behind this. There's people on this webinar that don't understand everything they got, including the person speaking to you. I'm learning every single day something new. Guys, if y'all utilize this as just a very simple filter with the information that we have, and y'all get 1,000 views, do y'all have any idea what's going to happen? Every single person on here is going to build and add to our amazing community with amazing people. And all of you will be able to fund your accounts. And guys, I'm going to be honest, a lot of y'all going to get one of these. And I love this. And I can't wait for everybody to have one of these because that's just the reality. So make your life every single time. The organization has spent a ton, and I mean a ton of money on creating a specified video for you all. But it don't make a difference if we don't show the plan, if we don't fight through our issues to change the world. Chaz said it. It was a conversation me and Mike Jameson had with Annette Rayner a couple of years ago when she told us, and she says, Nate, Mike, she was in tears about this company. She said, I want to give y'all the keys to the United States. But here's the question. What y'all gonna do with it? And I remember telling her, because I still wasn't ready. I said, well, people in my area, they don't like to invest. People don't like to make money. I'm gonna just be real today. Black people don't want to invest and spend $1,500 on a business. I said all of this. Man, I never forget the story she told me, and I'm gonna leave this before I turn it back over. She said this, she said, in those communities and in certain communities, when it's up to if you had to rob a bank or rob a store for your child to be able to get milk. Say that again. You had to rob it. It was nothing left. I'm thinking to put all of you in a situation, and you had to go to the corner store. Your kids would either eat or you would steal the milk, right? You either they're gonna be okay by you stealing that milk. So when she said it hit home, because she talked about that's really what's happening in our communities. If we offer people opportunities, we are literally being people's rescue to freedom. And most people are just a 2-minute video, a big hug, an encouraging word away from seeing their kids' first steps. Being there for that football game and that basketball game. Do y'all know there's probably parents on here today that haven't seen their children's first basketball game, haven't seen their children's first steps? Guys, we truly are the answers to people's freedom. But it starts with 81, 82 people collectively making a decision. Together, everyone achieves more. It's not about me. It's not about Angela. It's not about Mike. It's not about Johnny. We've already made the decisions in our life that we're going to become free and we're going to see this thing through. But the question is, now that we've provided absolutely no excuses, guys, you just have to meet with speed, boldness, and courage every single day. I'm a leader. I'm a leader. I'm a champion. I'm a champion. I'm the #1 income earner in Idaho. I'm the #1 income earner in Colorado. I'm the #1 income earner in Cleveland. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna use a cuss word, but I'm a basketball player. If y'all ever see a basketball player who's really in a groove and they make a shot, they always hit their chest and say, this is my, that's how I feel about Florida. This is my, let's go. This is my, that's how you gotta feel. If you ain't got goosebumps right now, you might as well log off. So I'm sharing with you guys, we provided the tools for this to be y'all. And let's go win. And let's go win on a high level. But every day it starts with your self-talk, those affirmations, setting that, looking at that calendar. If y'all calendar is empty right now, that's why you're not making no money on them. People be like, well, Mike and Angela and Nate is making money, but why is nobody else in the because our calendars are full. What did I say I'm doing tomorrow at 2 o'clock? Showtime. What's called, Andre asked me to do a meeting last night. I left the beach. I had seashells in my shorts, but she didn't know while I was doing the presentation because I was late. Trying to get home to do a presentation for her. Guys, that's the killer instinct you gotta have. So when I say, Mike Jameson, thank you. You provided everything you needed to provide for us to be successful. Now it's just time for us to what? Take the organization to the next level. And for those who can't afford it, again, to fund it. As you're doing your preparation and your saving, let us use iGenius's money. If iGenius is gonna pay you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month to hear no, so be it. And stop worrying about the one person or two people who wanna have $100 conversations, because that's not the kind of business we in. So I think I overstepped my time. So I'm just excited. So I'm gonna turn this back to Angela if I lose my voice. And guys, let's make this thing special, y'all. Let's make it special.
Oh, this is amazing. And I just see how it goes together. I want you all to understand, and I don't want you to miss what Mr. Garrett just said. So remember, right before him, I told you to have a strategy for funding your investment, you know, the investment products that we have. And he said the company gives you the opportunity that they will pay you for helping your community. And when you go and help your community and share this with them, that's the thing, that when you help your community, they will help you and they will pay you to do what? Help you fund your strategies to get even free faster. That's what this is all about. So some people are sitting, this is the first time ever, and I shared this with Mr. Jameson before. I said, this is the first time ever that I've been in a company that I can truly say to somebody that you don't have to share it and you can make money. Because if you have money coming through the door to fund fund different things, then absolutely you can make money in your crypto elite. You can make money in your endowed contract. You can make money in all of these different things that we have, right? So this is the first time that, yes, they can make money without ever talking to anybody. But who wants to like be just rich by themselves? You want your family and your friends, because I want to be able to get on I want to be able to call my friends up and say, let's go to Paris for lunch, and me not having to pay their way. I want to be able to pay their way, but I don't want to pay their way, right? So I want to have the money that if I wanted to, I could. But wouldn't that be awful that if you have people in your life that you love and you care about, and that you're making this money and you hear about this and you don't get them in their crypto elite accounts, right? And then crypto goes to $318,000 and you didn't tell them about it. That's what it's about. It's about taking this and giving people the opportunity to like have the same thing that you have. And so I am super excited, and it just kind of goes right together. All of that, have your strategy. Your strategy could be that I'm gonna make $1,000 a month with my marketing plan so that I can open up a crypto elite every month. How does that sound? Right? Like if you have a goal to make $1,000 in your marketing plan, you just talking to people, and now, you know, iGenius is going to pay you $1,000. Now you can open up a crypto elite every single month. I'm just excited about this, just as Mr. Garrett. And now I have the opportunity to bring back to the stage Mr. Noble Mike Jameson. I don't know if the soccer match has started. I know you were in your car, but we will bring you back to the front now if you are there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we got you loud and clear.
Awesome. Well, great. I appreciate everybody's time. I think there's a little bit of delay. Hold on a second.
We have you.
Okay, there's no delay in the sound?
No.
Okay. So here, real quick, I want to share my screen, and I want you all to kind of write these down so you can know exactly what we want you to do and what we're looking to accomplish. Okay, here we go. So the video that you just saw Mr. Garrett share is on our team funnel, which is what is iGenius.info. What is iGenius.info? So you can utilize that to pique interest. It shows the AMG video that you just saw. It shows the iGenius 6-minute video, shows a presentation, and it shows some explainer videos. Go visit it yourself before you send it out, by the way, so you can know exactly what's on there. And the objective, write this down, please, is that you want 1,000 views of that website on your behalf. That could be 10 text messages a day for the next 100 days. That can be 100 text messages a day for the next 10 days. That choice is yours. But you want to get eyeballs on the presentation on your behalf. Okay, so what is iGenius.info? All right. The second thing is we have Mr. Adam Rubin's video. We're going to put that on the site as well, so you don't have to write that YouTube channel down. I'll make sure that we get that posted as well. Number 3 is that the next event that I will personally be at with the leaders of AMG is going to be in Florida at the North versus South event on March the 20th. I'm actually going to go about a week early to kind of work with Nate and the team down there as well. I would encourage you to come, make plans to be there. That's going to be about 3 months before our summer symposium. So we will use that to leapfrog the organization into our summer symposium event at the end of June, early July. So if you haven't registered for it, it's going to be huge. I think we got maybe about 150 entrepreneurs already registered for the event, and it's going to be amazing, right? And then fourth and finally, if you want a personalized AMG video, you can have one, okay? So the same video that you saw Nate just share, it will go through the information about our team and about our culture, and then at the end, it will post your personal information, like your Instagram, your phone number, your email, your name, and all of the cool things, and you can utilize that for your personal text messages or your personal phone if you already have one, but you can actually personalize it for yourself if you so choose, okay? And I have shared the link on my screen. You can write that down if that's what you want to do. And I'm going to send an email out to everybody that registered for the webinar, and you'll have these in your inbox probably in about 5 minutes or so, okay? So listen, I'm excited for everyone. The last thing I want to share with you is a personal challenge, which I already shared, which is let's go out here and get 1,000 views personally and hold yourself accountable to do so, right? And watch what happens to your business. And so, Angela, thank you so much for your sacrifice and keeping us on track and bringing up all our speakers. And congratulations to everyone that stuck it out. 2.5 hours, power-packed information. My life has been changed just from listening and learning from everybody as well. Thank you so much. Back to you.
So I'm excited. So we have a couple challenges that, basically our leader has put out to us that we want to get personally 1,000 views. And so again, here's teacher and me. That's just, doing 110 times, right? I always say, we're just going to go through and do that. I'm super excited for that March 20th event. I'm super excited for just what we have. Coming up will be an Ohio event. So I'm saying that on the line right now. I'm going to go and get some dates together because I know Ohio rules the call all the time. And so we're going to make sure that we get that taken care of as well. But for everybody that has joined us today, we are just super excited for all of you. I already, put in blessings and prayers for a life of abundance, that we're just walking into it. And then we just have to see it. We have to see it before we see it, right? So we first see it in our mind, we write it down, and then we go after it and we see it in the flesh. And so I'm excited for everybody that is here. And I thank you for just being a part of the AMG network, and great hugs to you. What is our next big event? Tomorrow, 5:30, right? Well, actually, I can say this. First, Nate said he was doing a presentation at 2. Did I hear that, Mr. Garrett? So he said he was doing a presentation at 2 o'clock. And Absolutely. Then at 5:30, for all you who are new traders, all of our guests that are on, every Sunday at 5:30, I do a new trade training. So we put Forex trades in and I teach you how to do the alerts. So that is tomorrow. So get with the person, especially if you are a guest and you have stayed this time with us. Get with the person who invited you onto our training. Make sure you tell them, hey, I'm ready to go. They're going to send you their link and you just sign up for the membership. Hopefully it's the elite, but if it's not, that's okay too. And you can always upgrade it another time, but they're going to send you your link, pick your membership out. That's first thing. Second thing is then send them a picture. Send them a picture so that they will be able to, welcome you to the AMG network and we can give you a virtual hug. That would be the next thing. So a little picture and maybe a little short bio about where you're from, why did you join us, what made you so excited about being a part of this group. And then they're going to post that on all of our platforms so we can give you a hug. Then they're going to give you a 9-step system. So this 9-step system is a step-by-step onboarding system to the AMG Club. So make sure you complete all 9 steps, so then you're ready for me tomorrow at 5:30. So with that being said, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We so appreciate it. Let's open up your mics and let's give a good shout. Everybody's excited. Let me see if you are excited. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Great move. Great show.
Excited, ready to go.
We love you. We love you. Thank you.